Do you feel a bit like a villain because of what you did in Lyon last time?
A little bit, yeah. Obviously, last time we were here, we did win, so yeah, I definitely do feel like a villain.
All right, we are a few hours before the start of the Paris Major, and I'm in the presence of Beast Mode of NRG today. That's a difficult start to the interview, but in any case, Beast Mode, tell me, how are you feeling? It's a new trip abroad, right? An exciting tournament for you as well. So, yeah, tell me what's going on through your mind right now.
Yeah, obviously feeling good. I've been practicing a lot with the team. Been here for about a week or so got used to the time zones and the areas, and just getting used to just being over here in general. It's been obviously very lovely with the area, and just the practices have also been well. We've been taking it very seriously, and just taking every single practice with experience and just making sure we get the most out of it. So it's been very fun and very nice.
Yeah. And I mean, for you, obviously, you are coming into this tournament as the world champion of last year, right? But also, something I found a bit funny is that every time you went to majors, at least the last three, you've ended as a semi-finalist, right? You've gotten third, fourth place every time. So, have you taken some time to identify as well what was not necessarily going right in Boston, right, for example, and even like last year as well in the majors? What happens every time, right?
Absolutely. I think a few things are like we need to talk more as a team, especially between matches. I think, in the Boston Major, after we won against Karmine Corp, we kind of just thought we were going to win the entire event, and just didn't talk about, vitality or the extra teams that we were going to end up playing. I think every team has their unique play styles and, the way, sorry about that, the way they play. And I think it's very important to kind of remind ourselves what we want to do and remind ourselves what is best against each team, and that's something that we kind of learned playing against all these other teams, and then finishing third and fourth.
Do you feel like you have a good read on all the teams this time around then?
Yeah, I would say so. Especially we're through the middle of the season, so obviously there was a bunch of new teams, especially with Karmine, Vitality, just a bunch of new players mixing together, so new play styles would come together. So we definitely have an eye for how they play.
Yeah. And if you qualify to playoffs, I mean, obviously, we've already talked a lot about the French teams, right? Vitality, Karmine Corp, all of them. You are going to be fighting in hostile territory for sure, right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
is that something you are preparing for as well? Like, is this something you feel like could affect the team at all? Or do you have like full confidence that like you will, I guess, revel in like the boos of the crowd and everything, right?
Yeah, so I actually enjoy it. I think a lot of the team does as well. I think playing in North America adds more pressure on us to do well. So when we're over here, obviously the French teams and all the European teams and just other teams in general have more pressure than we do. So we kind of feed off of that and just play freely rather than having the people or focus on what we do. So I think we like it better. And obviously last time we were here was in Worlds in Paris. We did obviously take the win there, but I think we like it more as a team, and we're just very excited just to play in front of the crowd.
Do you feel a bit like a villain because of what you did in Lyon last time?
A little bit, yeah. Obviously, last time we were here, we did win, so yeah, I definitely do feel like a villain.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, you are riding with expectations, as you said yourself. Do you feel like you are coming into this tournament as favorites? Because we talked to a lot of the French team today, and they do feel like they are the favorites as well. So it's kind of weird. It feels like everyone is the favorite in a way.
I mean, I don't know. Every time we obviously do poorly, I think the community and just people obviously rate us down lower as we do, worse, especially after the Boston Major. I guess, certain teams thought we, against certain like teams like Vitality, obviously they have our number. And I think, we're one of the favorites. I don't think we are quite the favorite. But obviously, only thing we can do is, prove them wrong and just try our best and play against all the teams.
Yeah. And European teams always say that North America feels a bit like a one-team region as well. How do you feel about that statement?
I do agree. Obviously, we're really the only team that has gotten top fours, finals in every single event. All the other teams either don't qualify for the playoffs or just make a top 8. So I definitely can see why they say that. Although I just think NA has some work with how they think and how they approach the game and their mentality. I think European is very different. They just are much better with all aspects of the game. So I think rest of NA has a lot of work to do, but I definitely can see why people say that.
Yeah. For you, what does it mean to represent North America abroad like this as well? Have you ever even considered like moving to Europe, like to pursue your professional career, right, in a, I guess, more developed environment in a way, or is it something like you don't want to, I guess, think about, and you prefer just being the goat of NA, right, and helping put the region on the map?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously representing NA is obviously a big achievement. It's also like always just a amazing thing to have, and just for the fans, and it makes us very happy to see them all kind of rely on us, or just see the community rely on us as a NA. Funny thing is, we've actually have talked about a couple times, obviously, if we ever like decide to move over here just to practice, and just boot camp, practice, like just either moving or just coming over here for longer, because the practice is just way better. The teams are just way better. The mentality is way better. Everything over here is just much more competitive. And every time we come over here, we learn a lot, and we realize how strong teams are. I mean, for example, in our scrimmages, we played against European teams. It was very close. As soon as we went to a North American team, we beat them completely. So it's just a whole different level. And we definitely have conversations about it.
Yeah. And speaking about things you need to learn, you will need to be learning very quickly, because the event is not going to be very long. And I wanted to ask you as well about your group. Obviously, you have MIBR, Manchester City Esports, and also 5 years from South Africa, I believe, right? So what do you think about this group in general? Do you think you are coming as like the clear top one of the group? Do you have any opponents in particular you are maybe not scared, but I guess excited to face, rather?
I mean, you could definitely say that we have one of the easier groups in the tournament, and definitely there's a lot more harder groups out there. I think a team that we're excited to play obviously is Man City. They're a European team. They're used to playing and being with all the the competitiveness over there. So obviously we can't take any team lightly. We have to make sure we're at our best and playing with our full potential. Another thing is that we play Group C. If we do decide to top our bracket, which would be a fun match. So a lot of things to look forward to. We have just a lot of things to look forward to, but I think we're very confident and excited for our group.
Are there players in those teams in particular that you are looking forward to?
I mean, Seiko, he's been here a long time. He's always fun player to play against. Won multiple lands, one of the best players of all time for sure. Top 10, top 15, won world. So obviously always a good time to play with him. I think his teammates are rookies, if I'm not mistaken. So you just gotta make sure we're full focused, and excited for all the matches and just all the players in general.
Yeah. What's the perfect scenario for you in Paris this time around? I mean, obviously, right now it looks like you're aiming for the 3-0 in group, right? What's going to be the rest of it as well?
Obviously, to win and cruise everything. That's not the case with us usually. We go Game 7 so many times. Always heart attacks for us as well. So definitely not a great time. But I think this time just to be as dominant and full focus as we can. And, just excited just to play anyone and just play at a LAN, especially in France again.
Yeah. And I mean, for you as well, like one of the most commendable thing is that is the longevity of this roster, right? Like you've been together for so long at this point as well. What do you think is the, I guess, special element or the secret that lets you as a trio be able to be this consistent over this long of a time as well?
I think it's a lot of things. Obviously, I think the number one thing is how honest and our friendship together. I think it's really hard to find people you enjoy playing the game with, and not only enjoy playing the game with, but also just being friends. Another thing is I think just the lack of mentality and lack of work ethic from NA. I think what we've learned, especially of all these lands and finishing all these lands, is we kind of learn a lot from all the teams, especially in Europe, and how they want to play the game, and we just take it very, very seriously, and just really try to be humble. While all these other NA teams, they sort of can definitely have an ego to them, and definitely take the game a little bit different. So I think just being honest with each other and our work ethic has been very different from other teams.
Perfect. Well, that is mostly it for the interview, but I do have one last oddball question a bit for you as well. When researching you, I realized as well that you are very outspoken as well about your religion in particular. And I wanted to ask you, how does your faith and everything impact you and influence you as a player, and how does it shape you as well in your career?
Absolutely. That's a good question. I think, it means everything to me. It's just outside of the game, inside of the game. I think every time I used to get obviously really upset with losses, really upset, just in certain moments. But now with my faith, I think everything is meant for a reason, and I think I take every single loss, win, as a learning experience, and I think it's a good opportunity just to learn from past mistakes, or just whether you do something like wrong or good. So it's been a very helpful thing in my career, and just it's led me to where I am today. So it means everything to me.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I wish you good luck in the tournament in a few hours now. And hopefully we're going to see NRG do good and be able to finally win a major. That would be nice. I know you've taken the World Championship, but it would be nice to get a major as well. So, for now, have a good night. Thank you so much. Good luck in your matches.
Thank you.